visionaries get press attention when you turn out to be right. You get lucky. I guess one of the things that always kept us focused is realizing that you had to make money on the technology today. We're not a real big company. Interesting though, of the 300 CD-ROMs that we've done in the past few years for the consumer market, we have made a profit on each and every title.
Here's a unique gift idea. It's a time capsule for the year people were born, and it's on CD-ROM. It's called the Multimedia Yearbook.
One of the most democratic gatherings on record, the Capitol's annual Jackson Day Dinner.
When we did our deal with all the rock stars in the studios, you always want to top yourself both from a personal challenge and from a press standpoint. And I was reading an article of how well the Pope's book sold, phenomenally well. His album went triple platinum. And I said, there's a star for CD-ROM. It's a niche title, but there's 900 million people in that niche. Animaniacs, the greatest cartoon, the greatest character. Steven Spielberg's a genius. It's my kid's favorite, which is why I wanted to do it. We came out with a new technology that we have a patent pending on, and it was so exciting. That's why we're coming out with Animaniacs, as opposed to it being done by a larger company that would probably just take a license and slap it onto something. We wanted to make a game as wild and zany as the Animaniacs characters themselves. Imagine that you were playing a jigsaw puzzle and you threw the pieces down on your screen. Half the pieces would be face up and half would be face down. So each piece has a front and back. The object here is to put together this puzzle before he finishes the song. Now the songs are fantastic in the sense that in this particular piece, he is pointing to globe of the world and showing you all 300 countries in the globe in about 60 seconds. This is the first time that you've ever had full screen, full motion video, jigsaw-shaped pieces that you can control. Most titles that you see that call interactive video, it's point a button, watch a video, point a button, watch a video. Not very interactive. It's more branching. This is about as interactive as you would ever hope to get.
This document fits in with this file on the annulment for the marriage between Henry VIII and Catherine of Aragon.
One of the reasons why we did the Vatican project or the Hirschfeld project or the card project with the birthday cards is we didn't have to get into a single computer retailer and we could still have a hit. They were for specific niche markets that were outside of the mainstream and where we could reach the audience that had an interest.
Grandpa drew that, and he puts Mommy's name in here, and Grandpa's going to tell you where it is. But there it is.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
There's C-N-I-N-A. He's been putting my name in his drawing ever since I was born.
Al Hirschfeld. I always loved his art. I loved playing Find the Ninas. It struck a nerve with me. The man's a genius. He's in his 90s. Obviously, it works. Everybody likes to do it for the past 60 years. Let's bring that to the computer. And there was a great example where I went to the artist, and I was flattered that not only were we able to do it, but the whole interface and everything on that screen was actually drawn by him. So it's not us interpreting his work, it's how he would like his work remembered and interpreted for the next generation to enjoy. We only make products that I'd want to buy. A lot of companies say, oh, there's a huge market for trout fishing. Well, if I don't know anything about trout fishing, I don't know if I'm doing a good product on it.
For President Ford, 1975 was his first full year in office. The year began with the final act of the Watergate drama.
You really have to take an idea and do the most with it, not just what's on the box. And probably the last thing, or the little, Jasmine touch, is whatever we're advertising that's on that box, we're putting a little bit more in there. The VidGrid, there's a surprise band if you get good enough. It's nowhere in the packaging, and it's a major, major act. It's the most major act on it. And we try to do that with all our products, is give the consumer more value for their dollar. Once they've committed that, you know, it was a good idea and it's a good thing, and they know the publisher and they respect Jasmine product or whatever, and they take it home, they've already made the sale. Most people are happy to end at that point. I want them to sit there and have this really positive feeling. Say, wow, this is neat. I really enjoy this. And hey, Fred, you got to see this new thing. Because it's that, hey, Fred, that's going to get me the second sale.